So let's start out with the rat, the year of the rat. We're starting this new cycle, so this is a birthing of a new energetics that's coming our way, but it starts out with really good energy. So here's another thing. Each and every time I talk about these animals, I'm going to have a star ranking, and then I'm also going to, I need you to kind of think about when I talk, if you have a rat in your chart, does it show up in my year? And you have, that in your booklet, I think on page 1 or 2 to refer back to, but each slide I will have the year. It's going to be either your networks and marketing, and if it's your month, it's going to be your career or your ambitions, or if the rat shows up in the day, it'll be about you and your partnerships. If it's the hour, it's going to be your research and development and your investments. As well as every month is referring to a specific animal. So December, actually it starts on December the 7th and it goes into January, but for now let's just, and this is my time blazer system. Again, I'll tell you a little bit later how, if you want to go deeper into knowing this system, but just know that if you have a rat in your chart, the month of December, that rat's going to be a little bit more powerful because that's the month, and a couple of other animals as well. But it is just letting you know that, this person, space, and time, they all kind of connect as well. Okay? All right. So the rat, if you have a rat in your chart, it's 3 stars. And it's a really nice year for the rats. You're going to receive assistance from others. That's going to lead to power, authority. You might get a new position, a new title. And this may not necessarily be associated with money at first, because we're starting the year, and when does the rat show up? In December, right? So it's going to build up to, up to that. But you're going to have the opportunity to make some really big decisions to catapult you into another stratosphere. So that's going to be really good. But it's going to come with new responsibilities and resources that's going to open up doors for you. So think about that. So here's what rats should be thinking about is asking the right questions, and then it's going to unlock your wealth. So you're going to have to figure out how that is going to play out for you, but it would be asking the right questions to help bring you forward this year. So you may end up getting, like a pay raise, a bonus, something like that. So all eyes are on you this year. So it's beneficial that you have something of value to offer. So wouldn't it be a crying shame that, chew, and it's like, yeah, I got nothing. So figure out what you can offer so that, that you do have that position of authority. So your marketing, your advertising, social media, all of that, especially if that's located in your year of birth, that's going to be really important for you. So there's going to be a couple of animals, and water animals anyway. The rat is one of them. They can be a little bit emotional this year, but I think the whole year, a lot of people are going to be feeling that a little bit of emotion. So there might be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster this year. And then watch for your indecisiveness. Again, the metal rat. If you are a metal rat, by the way, happy birthday this year to you because you're going to be 60. Remember, this is a 60-year cycle. So this will be something that you it's very strong for you this year because you actually match the year. And then you will need to watch about kind of metal-related injuries, if you will, because of this metal and the rat together. It's very, very, very strong. But it also can mean that you're a bit indecisive. So try to be, clear before you make any moves. Like, again, just get a little reflective before you jump into like, I can't do this. Just, and being a little wishy-washy, that might be another thing that you want to hold on to. So, okay, now I'm going to talk about like wealth and all of that through each one of these as well. So wealth, like I said, is going to be a little bit flat this year, especially in the beginning. So you're going to want to avoid risky and speculative kind of investments for yourself. But anyway, so you're going to want to watch that. This is a good year to make some moves in your career, but it's not advisable for the rats to be like overachievers. Really, like, again, take care of your own house, and that could be your business house as well. So really you want to work on definitely improving and honing skills. Remember, education is a strong flow for 2020. For relationships this year, it's really a good idea to expand your social circles. So, again, rats go in packs. So especially any of the rats is really try to find some true and trusted friends and communities, or build your own. This is a good year to do that. So you're going to maybe, like many rats, especially a metal rat, aren't typically, big gather social people, because it's a colder element. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just who they are. It's not bad. But what I am saying is that they tend to be, they shy away a little bit. So I'm going to ask you just to be a little bit more, even if it's a bit uncomfortable, just to be a little bit more outgoing this year, and see if you can gain some new friendships this year. So what you're going to need to watch out for, because of this, you have already water in your chart with the rat, and that's only one animal. Now you got this other rat influencing your chart. So it is going to be a year where the water is going to be a little bit overpowering for you. So watch out for bladder, urinary tract, that kind of thing. And then also watch for depression. Now, when you see a lot of metal and water in your chart, and this is kind of across the board, if you have a lot of metal and water in your chart, the great thing is you're quite intuitive. But this can also bring about depression. So do watch that. Again, there's no shame, no blame to get any help. Believe me, I've been there. So, get some help if you need it. Okay, so that's what I have for the rats. If you can go to the next slide, each one of these are going to be, there's going to be a combination of all of these. Maybe we can just change the batteries. Maybe that's it for after we go to break. Okay, so like I said, the animals kind of combined up with each other. And then there's going to be some that are going to be combatant. So this particular animal of the rat, the ox is their best friend. So if you have a rat in your chart and you have also an ox in your chart, that's great, because you have internal help already. Like, you don't need as much outside help. But if you don't, we're going to see if we can get you to kind of commingle with each other during the breaks and stuff. And if you need a helper, now the rat's already got some nice things going for them, but some of the other animals are going to need a little bit more assistance. That's where these other animals are going to be helping you out this year. So the ox and the rat are best friends. That makes your life easier when you're around ox people. And then this is going to be a repeat, because 6 animals from now I'm going to talk about the ox, and then it's the ox and rat again. So it goes both ways. Next one for me, please. All right. So when you combine these 3 animals together, the rat, the dragon, and the monkey, what that actually does, and some of you may have this already. Does anyone have this, what's called a 3 harmony in their chart? Have those 3 animals in their natal chart? Okay. So it may be on some of the other ones. Like, I have a 3 harmony in my chart, but it's a different combination. But if you have these 3, and how this would work out is You have, let's say you have a monkey in your chart. And the monkey, just a heads up, could use a little help this year. Using a rat month or the year of the rat, you already got half of that combination, right? Then you may have a dragon in your chart, or you know a dragon, or use a dragon day, then that can, or a dragon month, then we will start bringing that 3 harmony to your chart. Now, what that does, though, is it brings more water when you bring that 3 harmony. Do you need that much more water? How you can tell is just looking at that 5 structures to see, like, what is water to you. So, for example, Cheryl, what is water to you when you look at your 5? Did you bring your chart with you today? Or somebody who has their chart available to see? Here, let me just look at this one so we can keep things going. Okay, can I say your name? Juliet? Yeah. Juliet has just a little bit of water in her chart. So she's there, and my chart is static. There's no dynamics to it. So this is why you come here to hear all of this. And so we're automatically bringing more. You got a 3 harmony, dear. Okay, so she's got a dragon in her chart, a monkey in her chart. The year of the rat, that creates the 3 harmony. Oh, right. So that brings more water to her, and for her, that's creation. So this is what you're going to create this year. So hopefully you've got something that you're thinking about that you can create. This is going to be a supportive year for you. That's how this works, okay? Now using the time blazer on top of it to launch it on a good day and time, that's what you want to do. Okay, so all right, now let's go to the next slide, please. The next slide, this is where we're going to have a little bit of problem because the horse and the rat are going to clash. It's the horse is what's called a Grand Duke year. So the horse is the one that's going to cause a little bit of problem for itself because of the rat, because the rat is going to try to take the fire out. So there's some strategies that we're going to have to think about for the horse.
Hi everyone, my name is Linda Sims and I am a Rodan & Fields skincare consultant. I have never been to one of Kathleen's events and this is the very first time I'm going. I have been talking to Kathleen though on several occasions over the last few months. I have enjoyed the morning session immensely and learnt so much. I brought not only my chart but my husband's chart as well, and it's really interesting to see some of the things come out, and I'm really looking forward to the next session to be able to work out my goals and work on my goals and find favourable times for doing all of those things. I'm really looking forward to a successful 2020, and I just know that Kathleen is going to be able to help me with that in enormous ways.